Health Today is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance Insurance, agent represented by BGI Insurance Limited.
Meet 3-year-old Ajani Grisette. He's like any other 3-year-old. He's cute and playful. He loves horse racing and singing, especially the song Why Worry When You Can Prayer. Prayer is very much at the center of Ajani's short life. He's already undergone 2 surgeries and has been hospitalized 4 times. Ajani is one of 3 boys in Barbados diagnosed with the rare medical condition cystic fibrosis.
Cystic fibrosis is a life-threatening inherited disease, and it is caused by a defect genes. And it creates a kind of a sticky mucus that affects the lungs and the internal organs. It is non-communicable. The person has this, because it's genetic, both parents have to have the genes, whereas the child that actually ends up with that is ones that get parts of those genes, both parts of the genes from mom and dad. And so it is a disease that affects the lungs, it affects the reproduction organs, your digestive system, your nasal and congestion. There's a lot of different areas it affects. Some people looking at it on the outside may think that it's asthma or treat it as asthma, but it's far worse than asthma.
Ajani's mom, Andrea Braffett, tells Health Today it's a tough disease to handle, especially since there are no specialists on the island to treat the condition, which has been taking a toll on little Ajani. It was 7 months ago that she got the dreaded diagnosis after months of trying to figure out why her son was always sick.
At first, it was like, he was catching these colds often, so it was like, all right. When they took him to the pediatrician, he said he was wheezing. So once the child wheezing, he catching the colds, then he said he would be asthmatic. When he was 5 months, we were preparing to go to Philadelphia because he was spending his first Christmas with my father. He came down with a cold. So when they took him to the doctor said, well, he's wheezing, and for he to be wheezing, he can become asthmatic. He's got a cold every month.
Every month?
Yes. So if he get a cold this week, you battle that cold for 2 weeks, or he can be good, but then next month, another cold. He was on a lot of antibiotics coming up to the time. A lot. Every time he gets it, he can get antibiotics. And at one point, I was like, for such a young child, he's got too much medication. It's too much. And I was wondering why he on so much medication, why he got get every time this don't work, he can change to another antibiotic, and then nothing is working. But not knowing that it was actually cystic fibrosis that he had.
Andrea had never heard about the disease, which is genetic and is most common among Caucasians and is hardly ever found in the Caribbean. She is not aware of anyone in her family with cystic fibrosis. Andrea tells us it's a 24/7 job caring for Ajani, who is not yet on medication.
1, he's always sick. 2, he eats a lot because it also affects his digestion system. And he cannot hold his stool like normal children. As soon as he eats, he wants his stool. So that is a big problem because right now he's in school. And then the length from the classroom to the bathroom, he don't make it in time. So I have to leave work and come for him if he not see himself. At one point before I knew he had the polyps, it was like his breathing he would stop breathing. And I have to get up, wake him, catch yourself, and then put you back to sleep. So for that period of time, I could not sleep.
And if that's not enough, Andrea says there have been close calls.
When he was admitted last year, came out of hospital this Saturday, this Sunday, I was cleaning, he was eating. He came to me, and all I hear was mommy, and he collapsed. Collapsed and went unresponsive. And it was like, it had to be keep slapping him in the face, like, so he won't go to sleep. And from the drive to the hospital, it was like horror. I was like, Lord, don't do this, because I did lost a baby before him.
Okay.
Right, so I was like, Lord, don't do this to me again. Don't do this to me. You know I can't handle this. Just don't do this to me again. And I did it all the way down to the hospital. And like about 5 minutes before we got to the hospital, he came up. He got up, and he was like just looking around, and then he was back in the hospital again.
There is no cure for cystic fibrosis, but there have been significant improvements in treatment, which is a must for patients. A child diagnosed with the disease can live up to 7 years without treatment, while a patient who receives treatment can survive up to age 35. But the cost of medication to treat cystic fibrosis is prohibitive.
There are two such medications. There's one called Parmesan, and I must say that a box of Parmesan is $5,000. And it's only for 30 days. The Toby Bison that's $7,000, and that's also for 30 days. The thing is with Toby Bison is that you use it 1 month, you use it, and the next month you're off of it. It's off and on. And so to treat that bacteria and cystic fibrosis is extremely expensive. They also have the enzymes that they have to take because the body does not break down the foods in the body as a result of the pancreas being blocked as a result of this thick mucus. So the person have to use, there's a enzyme called Creon 12, and that goes in. So with every meal, that child or that person has to take that Creon, and their 2 capsules, have to take that in order to get the foods digest.
The Barbados Cystic Foundation is working with Andrea, who is now attempting to raise Barbados $20,000 to take Ajani, who has no insurance, next February, to the United States, where he is expected to undergo the sweat test to ascertain the treatment he will need.
Right now, I am in the planning of having a fish fry on the 29th of November. After that, I'm thinking about a picnic. I am doing a raffle. Everything I could think of to raise funds is what I would do. It's hard, I must say. It's very hard. It is stressful, but I can't give up. I have to continue with it.